Hello world, thanks for watching PO Show TV. That's Polar Opposites with Big T and Cool Hand Phil. Phil, how are you, sir?
You wouldn't even care if I told you, Terrence, so let's just get into it.
That ain't true. That ain't true. I would definitely care how you're doing, especially on tonight. Tonight being the first announcement of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee national rankings. And they've gone in and told us the answer to the question that ESPN keeps asking every single week: who's in? Well, we know right now, Phil, the top four, who's in right now as the playoffs started. Clemson representing the ACC, LSU at number 2 representing the SEC, along with Bama at 4 in the SEC, and then of course Ohio State at number 3 representing the Big Ten. So, when you saw those schools being announced as who's in, what jumped out to you? What was the biggest surprise?
Well, that Clemson was number 1 that had really leapfrogged everyone else if you compare the other polls like the AP.
Mm-hmm.
But the best point that I can make is the point that you made in the production meeting. So I hate to steal your thunder here,
mm-hmm.
but to me, I think the selection committee is getting it right this year because they're allowing room for this thing to evolve. They're not locking themselves in,
right,
which is going to create criticism if they have to make a change late in the season. What I mean by that is TCU and Baylor last year, being in the top 4 all year,
right,
they went out and then they still get booted, which, to me, that didn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, you have LSU and Alabama in the top 4, but man, they played this weekend. So all these teams that are up there, they still have more challenges. So I think they can be a little bit more fluid. If a team does have a huge win or if they have a close loss, I think they're giving themselves room to really defend their picks, whereas last year, you couldn't really say as much.
Right. Yeah, I can't say I was necessarily. At first I was a little surprised to see Ohio State not 1 or 2, but then when I looked at their body of work, I kind of could understand. I mean, they've looked kind of sloppy on the field. Granted, they're undefeated. Granted, they're the defending national champs. But hey, we said it at the beginning of the season. They are beatable. So when I really sat and gave it the old eye test, I couldn't really fault them there, so I'd have to agree with that. What I came away from this, though, Phil, what my takeaways were twofold. One, the committee still loves the SEC. I was surprised that 2 SEC schools were able to make it again in the top 4 in LSU and Alabama, and they still hate the Big 12 because I was really shocked that the Big 12 not only couldn't get in, but you've got an undefeated Oklahoma State that's not even, I don't think they're even in the top 10 in terms of the top 25 rankings. So they've got some work to do, just like TCU and Baylor is going to have some work to do if the Big 12 is going to be represented. But hey, it's a long way from over, right? You already mentioned it. There's big games this weekend. We'll see how this thing plays out. And I don't know, it may be the second year in a row. I tell you what, we'll be at 8 teams in no time if it happens. But it may be the second year in a row that the Big 12 gets left out. I can't wait to see how it pans out. But that's it for this episode. You tell us what you think. Leave us a comment in the comment section. And if you think the committee got it right, or if you think they got it wrong, and who got left out. We'll see you next time.